The chef with the highest score will win. Are you ready?
Good job, Jess.
Yeah, Jess!
Woo, woo! First dessert is out, and I feel really rushed and panicked because I know that the second course is even more larger, and now it's time to assemble all of the little petals on the actual mousse.
Good work, Jess. You're doing good.
It's never-ending sky.
I've decided to go for 20 petals. Adding less petals to the dish, I think, will allow me to get all 17 done and have something plated up, and also it won't overpower the dish.
They look so good, Jess. Just trying to get it all done.
They don't need 50 petals.
I need to get straight on to finishing the mousse cakes for my second course.
Go, Gareth. You're almost there.
I'm expecting the judges to cut the entremet in half and to see those layers inside. They should have the crisp biscuit base, the chewy apricot jam, and the soft Armagnac sponge with the pistachio cremo all encased inside the chocolate mousse. I put on some dots of the pistachio cremo, the apricot fluid gel, and the Armagnac cream.
Yes, Gareth.
It looks like a sexy plate.
Last thing I need to do is get these ice creams on the plate. Yeah, we'll be done.
I'm feeling pretty good about how these are looking, but I'm looking over some of the dishes from Reynold and Jess's bench, and they look amazing. Obviously, these guys are all about getting fantastic and intricate presentations in their plates of food. It's making me feel a little worried about whether or not I've done enough.
Service, please.
I'm just hoping that my flavour is going to be enough to sort of get me over the line.
Thank you. Okay, so this is Gareth's second course. Wattle seed and chocolate mousse. What do we think?
The layers are very nice, well defined. Well, I understand why he was running crazy in the kitchen, because there is so much work going into this dessert. We have the chocolate mousse, we have all the gel, we have the ice cream, we have the velvet, we have the sponge, we have the pistachio cream, we have the crunch on the bottom. The mousse with the wattle seed, it's not a light mousse. It's light in the density, but it's quite on the bitter side. It's not too sweet, but it's not overly bitter. It goes perfectly well with the pistachio and the rest of the elements.
What wattle seed does is give this almost coffee-like kind of richness. And so you have this hazelnutty flavour when it comes to the chocolate mousse itself. And who's putting pistachio, Armagnac, and apricot jam with wattle seed and chocolate? To me, it sounds nuts. But on this plate, it really, really works. So the apricot adds this kind of like light fruitiness to it. The pistachio gives it kind of this nutty richness. It ties in with the wattle seed. Pistachio and chocolate are best mates. Pistachio and Armagnac are best mates. It's a lot of combinations that go together, that come together really nicely.
This is a well put together dessert. For me, this is a dessert master dessert.
Service, please.
Nearly there, Jess. They look beautiful.
I've got all of my elements ready for the second course. I've got my strawberry jelly already on the plate. I transferred the mousse that has the pink petals on top.
Go, Jess.
Once I've placed the pistachio sauce on top of my dessert, I go and get my sorbet.
It's super hard.
And I realize that I've left it in the blast chiller and it's completely rock hard.
Breathe, breathe.
I can't believe I'm so close to the end of the cook.
It's okay. You're like nearly there, babe.
I felt like I've just lost my chance to take out the title.
It's okay. You're nearly there. Yeah.
The difficulty of roching a rock-hard sorbet is that you won't get a rocher.
Breathe, breathe. It's okay.
There's no way to solve this issue. I can only just keep roching as much as I can with hot water.
All right, that's it. You can do it.
But it's changing the texture.
Hate it so much. Relax. Change your water. Change your water. Had enough.
It's okay. You're like nearly there, babe.
It won't be as smooth and silky as a sorbet, but I just have to get it on the plate.
It didn't make it happen last time. I have to make it happen this time. Service, please.
The dishes are going out, and I'm quite relieved that I was able to get all the elements onto the plate, but I'm worried that the texture of the sorbet has changed in the dish.
Good job, Jess. It looks so pretty, babe.
Well, this is course 2 from Jess. The famous pink petal.
Pink petal, the redemption dessert.
The redemption dessert, absolutely.
Is this an upgrade?
This is an upgrade, yes.
Should we
That's
taste
the
this?
case. Super pretty.
Wow, it's beautiful inside.
So stunning.
I think it's very good. The mousse is exactly the type of mousse I like. It's light, it's fruity, it's not overly sweet. The jam, there is life, as I say, there is life in it. If you push onto it, the gel wants to come out. It's not those, you know, super jellified layers. The sponge is well made, it's moist, and it gives under the spoon. It's not like a dry chocolate sponge. I also like the little swirly disc in the back, the strawberry gel. Pairing with the rest, often those discs can be a little bit too gelatiny side. This one gives in, like under the tongue, it melts down pretty good. If I could say one thing, the sorbet with the black currant and the hint of tea, the texture is throwing me off on the taste. Sorbet, it's a little bit too grainy, but I like the taste. Paired perfectly with the dessert, it's very refreshing for our last plate.
I think the question here is this the redemption dish? I think that it is. The chocolate cake has a really lovely lightness to it. Chocolate can easily overpower everything, but here it's just providing, you know, a really lovely gentle base for everything to be built around. The mousse is so light and fluffy and airy that she had in her mind that she wanted 50 petals on every dish. I think as it stands, 20 petals on the dish gave the impression of a beautiful, layered, fluffy peony. I love how thin these petals are. They are wafer thin.
Like thin crafted chocolate here.
Yeah, I think I need to impress the people that don't know how difficult it is to produce hundreds of these so perfectly and then place them individually into a dessert. I think she did an incredible job.
Service, please.
Right now, I'm feeling really good. Oh, thank God everything worked out because I'm just so glad I have enough of that citrus creme fraiche molded and unmolded so I can start plating up.
That's it, Reynold.
To plate the desserts, I place the frozen piece of citrus creme fraiche in the center and then the crumbled mixture around it. Once I put the honey gel onto the citrus creme fraiche, then I place a quenelle of orange blossom gelato.
Service.
I really hope the diners enjoy the flavors of my milk and honey dessert. It's a timeless combination of citrus, milk, and honey. Textures are there, flavors there, the fragrance is there as well. This is who I am, this is what I do. And I've been so close to getting to the grand finale. Third time's a charm.
Next two away.
This time my heart is racing.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
I'm terrified. Have I done enough?
This is Reynold's second course, named Milk and Honey. I think there's a lot to love about this dessert. Reynold has demonstrated his prowess as a chef by giving us a honey-driven dessert that isn't overly sweet.
That's right.
I think it's really more about the aroma of honey than it is about sweetness of honey, which I think is incredibly clever. I like the frozen creme fraiche parfait. It has a lovely appearance to it, and having the little bits of honey gel piped through, they have transformed in texture because they are encased in something frozen. So I was looking for more of a gel-like texture rather than almost like a frozen tube texture. But as it stands, the flavour I thought was quite lovely.
I think you're being very kind. I think the creme fraiche is frozen. We're getting the same vibe. It's a frozen dessert all the way. Every single wet element is frozen. The gel, ergo the gel is frozen as well. It dulled all my senses. I cannot really feel the honey. For me, it fell short in the execution. I'm not having the bite I want. I'm getting 2 consecutive fully frozen desserts.
Do I think it's a perfect bowl of food? No. But I think that it's definitely artful, it's definitely intelligent.
Service.
Reynold, Jess, Gareth, it's time. Mel and I have scored both of your dishes out of 10 for a possible total score of 40 points each. The chef with the highest score will win. Are you ready? Let's start with you, Jess. Jess, in your first course, I love the coconut sorbet. But your shibus, unfortunately mine, was missing the vinegar reduction insert. I scored you a 6. In your second course, you didn't get 50 petals on the plate, but the 20 that we did get were expertly made. And I scored you 7.
Jess, your first course, I scored you a 6. For your second course, I scored you 8 out of 10. This gives you a total score of 27 out of 40. Well done.
Good job, Jess. So good.
Reynold, your first course was full of floral fragrance and finely balanced. I gave you 8 out of 10. Your second course was a considered bowl of milk and honey. So I scored you a 7 out of 10.
Reynold, your first course, I think that the flavors were cohesive and complementary. I scored you 7. In your second course, for me, the flavors were a bit muted by how cold the dish was overall. I scored you 6.
That gives you a total of 28 out of 40 and puts you just 1 point ahead of Jess.
And Gareth, to win, you need to score 29 or higher. Let's see if you've done enough. That first course was my kind of dessert. I gave it 8 out of 10. Your second course was beautifully crafted. I give you a 9 out of 10. Well done.
Gareth, your first course was almost faultless. And so was your second course. I gave you both 9.